G'day jabronis of the PMC D-League, it's your boy the Verd here, and welcome back to the top plays, bitches. Week 2 is here, and we have had some pretty awesome plays. Now, I've ranked what I feel to be the 5 best players of the week. If you don't agree with them, that's cool. Unfortunately for you, I also don't care. So without further ado, people, let's get the ball rolling with our top plays of the week. In at number 5, we have the fun exchange of Dazzling Gleam and Roselli that came from the match between the Baltimore Oriolus and the Windsor Weaviles. Now, seeing that there was no real switch in for a fire move other than Hydreigon on the team, the Windsor Weaviles make a really nice prediction here in knowing Hydreigon was going to come in, and they actually end up going for the Dazzling Gleam, but CJ, actually preparing for a Dazzling Gleam Victini, goes for the Roselli Berry. It was a really nice, cool little interchange between the two players, and good prep on. In at number 4, we have the Rotom Heat Scarf Bluff. There was actually the huge turning point in what led to the Kansas City Kakunas' victory over the Portland Crobats. Mega Lopunny had successfully been able to get off a power-up punch, and now was decimating Adam's team. He needed to do something bold, or else this battle was pretty much going to be over before it even begun, although there had been a big stallfest in between. He makes a really smart play here. He goes into his Rotom Heat, bluffing a Choice Scarf with Lopunny's health being that low, forcing it to switch out, rendering that +1 useless, as Akki then goes into a Moongus. This completely changed the game and allowed Adam to be able to deal with the Mega Lopunny, and in the end would secure his victory. In at number 3, we have the Taunt Explosion Electrode used perfectly by Kyle and the Mesquite Mesprits in their matchup against the Detroit Solgaleos. Electrode finds itself in against Umbreon, and actually in against Raptor, and instead of going for like a Volt Switch, actually goes for a Thunder Wave on the Galvantula, which obviously does nothing, but by going for the Taunt here, he can cut out that Sticky Web and then fire off an explosion, shutting down the Galvantula, and meaning the Sticky Webs will never go up, which will save him from getting absolutely destroyed. In at number 2, we have the Reversal Dugtrio, which finally brought down that Kyurem in the match between the Voltgate Zoroarks and the Maryland Mienshaos. Now, don't get me wrong, Kyurem gets credit where credit is due, and I'll be doing that in another video coming up. But what made this so good was the fact that, as you can see, Kyurem had roosted up. It was at full health. The Stone Edge did pretty much nothing, so it meant that Kyurem could live another Stone Edge. So it looked like it was lights out for the Dougie at 1 HP. It wouldn't be able to kill the Kyurem from here. Jack could even just go for the clean roost because he was lefties. It was a lot in his favor here for it to work out for him. But then the Dugtrio reveals its secret little trump card here, which is the Reversal, which obviously does an insane amount of damage, and it's going to actually be able to knock out this Kyurem, which was a big wall that had put in a lot of work, so being able to knock it out was huge. And in at number 1, guys, one you probably could have seen coming if you watched all the battles this week, is the Tornadus Therian from the Atlanta Braviaries versus Maxximum Charizards. So after setting up his sticky webs here, Trev's kind of fearing the Stealth Rocks, so he's going to make a really smart play of going for the Baton Pass from his Leavanny to go into that Tornadus. Now, if the Ferrothorn had Gyrable here, could have been a bit detrimental. Fortunately for Trev, it doesn't. It actually ends up going for a Curse. God knows why it's done that. That'll be discussed in another video. But what this does mean, though, is that Trev is free to start putting in work with this Life Orb Tornadus. First off, because it's not an Ockerberry Ferrothorn, Heat Wave's going to come through and knock it clean out of the park, because Life Orb Tornadus Therian is kind of wild. He's then going to go even further than that, because in is going to come the big old hippo, the Dakmeister. Now, if you guys don't know, Tornadus is a pretty diverse moveset, and one of the other things you can learn is Grass Knot. So, Hippo got a nasty surprise there. It doesn't actually kill it, and Hippo, if it had Stone Edge here, probably could have taken out the Tornadus, but alas, goes for Toxic instead, which still isn't a bad play when you think about it in general, but it didn't really help him in that situation either, because now he basically has to sack off something here to Tornadus, as Trev complete control at this point, but he's not done showing you just how good this Tornadus was in this battle and how diverse his moveset was. He reveals his third move in the Extra Sensory, and so, that's great. Extra Sensory's been used. Now, Charizards, that should mean that the last move that he has is Hurricane. Makes the most amount of sense, at this point in time, the last move he has is Hurricane. Unfortunately, he is about to get a rude awakening because one of the move the Tornadus Therian can actually learn is Smackdown, which Trev is going to click, and that is going to one-hit KO this Charizard and lead to a big victory for the Atlanta Braviaries. It was by far the best series of plays this week and definitely deserved our number one. But that is going to do it for this week, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. There were a lot of amazing plays this week. Thoroughly enjoyed it. There were a lot of others that were in there that could have been added, but some of the Pokemon that put in a lot of work, I'm going to discuss more in the stars and the duds video, so definitely go check that one out too. Make sure you also go check out everybody's channel so you can watch the battles to see what you think I'm going to make my top players. If you feel like I've missed any, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I don't know if I'll care about them, but I would like your insight to know what you feel might have been a better play at the time. You gotta remember that I'm focusing, guys, on certain plays that happen, not certain Pokemon that walled other teams. That's discussed a bit more in stars and duds, where it's looking more at Pokemon that put in more work over time, whereas this one's kind of more focusing on Pokemon that do a certain play or a certain sequence of plays that can lead to a victory. But currently, your new best is the mixed attacking Tornadus Therian. Was it better than our week 1 champion? You're going to have to vote. Let us know in the comment section below, and then coming at the start of next series, I will let you know who is best. But anyway, I'm the Verd, and I'm out this bitch.